Yoda Brothers, what's up? It's the director, Madden Ultimate Team. We just kind of got a slate of what to expect with brand new promos coming up very, very soon. I'm sure you guys have kind of seen this roaming around Twitter. I want to give kind of a deep dive on what to expect from these promos, when to expect these promos, and what kind of cards to expect in these promos as well. So let's get started here. I do want to take a look at Mudhead. Now, for one thing, guys, I want to make you guys aware that there may be some spoilers in here. If you guys are the kind of dudes that don't want to see these animations before the actual promo happens, I would say just skip ahead like maybe 5 minutes. Maybe skip this video altogether. It's up to you. Take a look at some of the animations that MuttLeaks put out today. Starting with this one here, the Easter promo. This is one that we're all pretty much expecting at this point right now. It's probably going to come out this Friday. I think it's been confirmed coming out this Friday. Let's take a look here. This should be pretty nice. Let's take a look. There we go. All right, so kind of a pink ribbon, going around there. This is another interesting one right here, Position Heroes. Position Heroes. I'm going to go over what this looked like in past Maddens here in just a second, but let's take a look at what the animation looks like and kind of confirming what's coming up here pretty soon. Nice, these little fragments and stuff like that looks pretty neat. There's actually quite a few more to go through here, guys. Let's take a look at Position Heroes 2. This is what you can expect with a pretty nice, pretty sizable pool in Madden Ultimate Team. So, you see this animation, you're going to get kind of excited. There we go. So, and again, with the fragments, this time these little lines coming up off the right end. Kind of interesting. So, that's what you can expect to see out of a big pool Madden Ultimate Team. Let's take a look at the NFL Draft promo. This one I can expect to see very, very soon. Probably a week before the draft, or week after the draft. Very, very soon. So, NFL Draft, that is pretty nice. Really, really cool with the big, like, rectangular prisms coming out of them. Kind of neat. Let's take a look at the Blockbuster reveal. This one's one of my favorite, movie related, so obviously I'm going to be a fan of this. You got the little film reel on the side, and it's going to break open pretty nice. That's a pretty big promo, but I don't expect to see that one for a minute. What about Blockbuster Tier 2 reveal? This one should be pretty neat too. Take a look here. Yeah, baby. 3 film reels and an exposed there. That's pretty nice. And that's some of the best cards in the game come out with that promo. Finally, we can take a look at some of the uniforms here. There is one more I do want to show you guys that just dropped not too long ago. Get yourself, little tie-dye pink kind of thing going on. Kind of neat, kind of interesting. This one, let's be honest, it's a little girly. It's a little girly, but that's okay. That's all right. It looks pretty cool to me. I think some people can really rock that pink and get away with it. Taking a look at the Easter promo Tier 2 reveal. So there's a big pull out of the Easter promo. You pull one of these suckers, you're going to be pretty happy. I got the Easter eggs with the little mutt on there too. I like that little Ultimate Team logo. That's pretty snazzy. With these, I would also invite you guys to take a look at one of my older videos. I did put together some card art for what I think is coming out in the Easter promo. So with actual players, I think might be coming out with that as well. So check out one of my older videos. It is available on my channel right now. I'll put a link in the description below. NFL Draft Tier 2. Some of these I'm actually not seeing until now. This is my first time seeing NFL Draft Tier 2. That is pretty neat. I'm a pretty big fan of the prisms and stuff they got going on with that one. Very, very neat design. Next up, this one was the surprising one. This is the one I just saw before firing up this video. Got a Movers promo incoming. We'll go over what this could mean in a minute. But again, kind of neat. It kind of looks like the draft promo a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. So you got those prisms. This time you got this, this cube, this square, kind of exploding and stuff like that. So what do we got going on here? We got the Movers, we got the NFL Draft, we got the Blockbuster, right? Blockbuster Tier 2, and the Easter and Positional Heroes. So that's a lot of promos to expect in here in just a minute. But what did these promos look like in the past, and in what order might we see them? Well, I think it's time to take you guys down a trip through memory lane. All right, dudes, let's take a look here. We're back in Madden 19. We're going to take a look at what some of these sets looked like for these past promos. Let's take a look firstly at the Easter promo, aka the Color Smash promo. Again, this is something I did go over in detail in other videos, so if you guys want a deeper dive on the Easter promo and what to expect this Friday, which is when we're expecting it to drop, go check out that video in the description below. But again, like I said in that video, we got these 99s, which I did custom card art for. I believe the defensive hero should be Patrick Peterson. The offensive hero should be Cam Newton. So that's kind of interesting. We also got the 4 97s, which we kind of duplicated for this promo again. As far as we know, it's going to be called Color Smash again. Something to kind of keep an eye out for. And then I bumped these from a 94 to a 95 just to make sure they stay relevant, I guess, right now in the phase of Madden that we're in. But very, very interesting nonetheless. And then taking a look at some of the exchanges, it kind of gives us an idea of what to expect in the store. So you got these 88 plus overall Color Smash players. That more than likely is going to be something you can purchase in the store via training points, you know, those reroll sets. And then they had pretty much the same thing here, but with tokens, and we don't really see tokens anymore. So that's probably close to what we'll see as far as rerolls, like an 88 plus overall. Maybe they'll add another one. More than likely, they'll add another one that's maybe like a 95 plus overall or something like that for a little bit higher, but you never really know. That's the Easter promo. What were some of the cards that came in the Easter promo? I don't know if Derwin James ever ended up getting another upgrade after this one. But this is what he looked like on my team. 99 overall. He was pretty stacked, dudes. 99s everywhere. And obviously it would be a different 97, but that's kind of what the cards looked like last year. I wonder if I have any more in my binder. That seems to be it. But what else could we look forward to as far as Madden Ultimate Team cards right after the Easter promo? I'm thinking that it'll probably be movers. I'm thinking movers might be the move here. Just because, for one, you're taking a look at position heroes, which I'll get to in just a second. That probably takes place a little bit later because those cards are super, super OP. But what can we expect from a movers promo? As you can see here, there's really no movers sets or anything like that. I mean, it could come back. We could see like an actual movers promo. But here's what I'm thinking. This is what was considered movers promo back in the day, back in Madden 19. It wasn't so much a promo as much as it was like a limited release, like title. There wasn't very many players that got traded that were really big players, but there was two really big ones. I think it was Antonio Brown and Odell Beckham Jr. Okay, so Odell Beckham Jr. was one of the guys that got one of these like animated card arts. He was moved from the Giants to Cleveland. So he did get a movers card, but it wasn't part of a promo. It was just a limited release of Odell Beckham Jr.'s. They could be doing that again this year. There's some big guys that were on the move that weren't part of free agency, at least the free agency promo, like Tom Brady, Calais Campbell. No, I shouldn't say Tom Brady. He was a free agent. It was DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins probably the biggest one. And then what was the running back too? David Johnson. David Johnson also another really big one right there. So those are guys you could consider for movers promo. Guys that got traded, but I wouldn't take it out of the realm of possibility that maybe they do a promo revolving around this one more time. Maybe guys that were also free agents that we didn't think would be free agents. Maybe like a Cam Newton who ended up getting released a little bit later, you know, or guys that didn't get a free agent card even though they were free agents, stuff like that, you know, masters and things like that. So one thing to consider, they could be doing that. It could be set based, but I'm going to guess it's more than likely going to be something like this, where it's just going to be like a limited release of some of the bigger names that got traded rather than enter free agency and picked up by another team. Next up is Position Heroes. This is one of the best promos I think we've seen. Oh, by the way, I think movers are coming pretty soon. Maybe the week after the Easter promo, maybe 2 weeks after. If it is actually a promo, I'd expect 2 weeks after. But the NFL draft should be coming up close after that. So actually, let's backtrack a little bit. I don't think it's Position Heroes after that. It's obviously going to be the NFL draft. Here's the draft promo right here. This is one of the most exciting promos of the year because it kind of hypes up the new players added to your squad via the NFL draft, right? So it's pretty big deal. They call it Path to the Draft at one point too. So some of these, journey guys like undrafted master Chris Harris Jr., get a late round guy in Tom Brady, get a late round guy in Telvin Smith, a first round guy in Keyshawn Johnson, and then Bruce Smith, first round master as well. So they could be doing this again where they introduce how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brand new 99s. Via the NFL draft promo, which is kind of, the Path to the Draft kind of connected to the NFL draft promo. So that is pretty exciting. Actually, real quick, let's take a look at what it took to get these items. Let's see, we had a 98 Jason Peters, 98 Antonio Gates, who was amazing, and Adam Vinatieri as well. So those were the kind of 98s you could expect to put in there. And then these guys, Grady Jarrett, Rick Wagner, Rashad Jones, pretty interesting. I think I have a couple of these draft cards I can show you guys too, just to kind of give examples. But this was a pretty big promo. This is where some of the big dogs came out, some of the higher overalls. Taking a look though at the actual draft, so this is probably something they're going to run like a week before the draft, have this like path to the draft like journey with all these different masters. That's something that happens before the draft, and then after the draft has taken place, it's usually a day or two afterwards. Sometimes they do it live. I think last season they did it live. They were dropping these cards. I'm not quite sure how long it took for every card to come in the game. Let me know if you guys remember in the comment section below. But this is what it took last season. It was kind of a pain in the butt, if I'm being quite honest. We had these collectibles, right? So there was this one collectible for pick number 1, represented by Baker Mayfield as pick number 1 in the previous draft, or in a previous draft. And you had to pick up 94 of these in order to get Kyler Murray. Hoping they don't do that again. They'll probably end up doing something collectible-wise in order to get these guys, just because there's no for certain, like, what kind of set pieces are you going to put in there? What kind of other cards are you going to put in here to get these players? You never know. But just taking a look, that's kind of how they did it before. There'll probably be like a reroll training set kind of thing for this as well. Let's take a look at how the overall shaked out from before. So the number 1 overall pick, which is probably going to be Joe Burrow to the Cincinnati Bengals, 99 overall. Pretty insane. The second pick, 98 overall, being Nick Bosa last season. 98 overall. Quinnen Williams last season. 98 overall with the 4th pick, Clelin Ferrell. 98 overall with the 5th pick, and Devin White. Then it dropped down to 97 overall, which sucks because the Chargers, this is the Chargers pick. This is probably the cutoff point again, where it goes down to 97 overall. No power-ups as far as I remember. Daniel Jones, 97 overall. Then the 97 stayed pretty steady until the 11th pick. So the 11th pick through the, let's see, 17, 18, 19, 20. Was it the rest of them? Okay, so through the 20th pick. All those guys remained 96s. And then the 21st pick was a 95 overall, and it stayed 95. That's the guy that we got right there, Jerry Tillery. It stayed 95 until the end of the draft. So there's probably going to be 3 overalls, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Those are the overalls you can probably expect to see again. I think, once again, the only 99 is probably going to be the number 1 overall pick. And then the 98s will hold strong until the 5th pick. And then again, the 6th pick and below, things start to go lower and lower. So that's what I'm expecting. Kind of exciting. You guys can kind of get maybe a sneak peek of what that might look like. We're having a huge event with all these big YouTubers coming together to do a mock draft. Again, you can expect that pretty soon. We're just waiting to get everybody's clips. I can give you guys kind of an idea of what to expect. With those videos, I'm doing card art for every single team, depending on who we think you're going to pick, what these YouTubers pick in their mock draft. So that's going to be pretty exciting. A really nice sneak peek of what this draft promo actually might look like. So very exciting stuff right there. Now let's backtrack really quick. I know this video is getting a little longer than I would like, but this one's also important. We got 2 more kind of small ones right here. Actually, pretty big ones. What am I talking about? Offense right here for Position Heroes. These cards were absolutely insane. Position Heroes were some of the best cards you're going to see all season long. And these are kind of the guys that represent, some of the best playing at their position. So you got left tackle Alejandro Villanueva. He was the best considered that season, so he got a 99 overall. And maybe it's not the best, but one of the best. T.Y. Hilton, 99 overall. Had a pretty solid season the year before, or that season itself. So, and then you got your first 99 overall punter and kicker. That was also a big deal to finally get those 99 overall teams. Leighton Vander Esch had a great year. Tre'Davious White had a great year. Fletcher Cox had a great year. So you can expect some pretty nice cards at all of these overalls. Not every team is represented. Again, it just kind of fills out those positions. 12 on offense, 12 on defense. And there's also this collectible thing right here. I think you're able to do, let's see, trade in position hero collectibles to earn a fantasy pack, hitting your choice of 1 auctionable, tradable, offensive, defensive 99 overall position hero. So there will probably be a way to get one of these guys for free. Just kind of FYI. So that one's pretty exciting. I would expect that one to hit sometime in May. This is one that doesn't happen for a little while longer after the NFL draft promo and stuff like that. Also, keep an eye out for player highlights. This is probably something they could bring back, as a weekly promo, maybe team captains or something like that. But we'll go over that in a later video. And then Program Stars. Last season, Program Stars was a pretty big deal. Let me see if I have any in the binder to show you guys as an example. Yes, so I do have one of them right here, Alan Page. What these cards basically are, and I hope it's not too confusing, it's basically some of the best players from all the programs throughout the year in Madden Ultimate Team. And these are usually called blockbusters. Program stars is probably a possibility as well once again. But let's take a look at Mutthead and show you guys some of the guys that we've gotten in years past. So for example, last season, Harrison Smith got a Night Guardians promo, aka a Halloween promo card. He gets a 99 overall because he's one of the stars of that program. George Kittle, part of the Team of the Year program. He was one of the stars of that program. Julio Jones, part of the Team MVP program. He got one of those stars as well at a 99 overall. So a lot of these guys just kind of standout players from previous programs in Madden Ultimate Team. And these cards were absolutely just so insane good. Probably like the very last big promo we're going to see in Madden Ultimate Team this year. That is something I can probably expect not to see until maybe June, July sometimes. I think that's probably a possibility as well. So that's way, way in the future. Maybe not this year. Maybe they push it up just a little bit because they've already put the assets in the game, but just something to expect. So this is kind of just a wide spectrum view of what to expect. Taking a look at some of the binder cards in here. I mean, we've got those program, our position heroes. We got those program stars, got the movers. That's something to expect at this phase in Madden Ultimate Team. I know this is a bit of a longer video. I do intend on going a little deep diver into some of these other programs, just a little deeper into understanding how they worked and what to expect. But it's exciting to see what's still to come in Madden Ultimate Team, because right now the future's pretty uncertain. Getting a glimpse of what to come is kind of exciting. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you like these videos, hit us up with a like and sub. Literally, the small amount of time you guys take to hit that like, sub, and bell notification really helps me out a lot. Over 11,000 subs, and could not be more grateful, guys. Thank you so much. Well, guys, thanks again. This has been the Director, and as always, stay frosty.